we can sometimes harness the power of the fears before we realize the pain of them, right?
And I believe it was a Robert Kiyosaki who talked about it too. Like when he was going through scenarios with his wife, it was like they were on the brink where they kind of lost everything at one point, and then it's like they were sleeping in a hotel and they had fried chicken. It's like, and that was the last $25 that they had. And it's like, this is the worst case scenario. This is what I've always worried about. And he realized, he's like, now that he was in it, he was living out his worst case scenario. It's like, I can handle this. Like, it's not as bad as I thought. It's like, I got enough food for tonight. I'm going to get it, I'll do something to get food for tomorrow. And like this, if this is rock bottom, like it can only get better from here. And so it's kind of like he got the opportunity, for better or for worse, to live out like the absolute worst case scenario where he's totally homeless, didn't have enough money for food. And he realized he didn't die, right? Like It wasn't like he was killed. It wasn't like he was brutally murdered. Like he was able to bounce back. And so, yeah, I think it's interesting, like playing through that worst case scenario in your head of whatever it is that you're thinking about.
Kiyosaki, you know it and I know it. He would tell you he would never be who he is today had it not been for that experience. So was it really bad? And the cool thing about when you get fear setting right, though, Austin, is that thankfully we can sometimes harness the power of the fears before we realize the pain of them, right? So you know how like you're afraid, you see things coming, you see the train coming down the tracks. How cool is it if you use that tool to be able to harness and prepare and use the energy before the train runs you over? That's how it's been a blessing to me in my journey. Not that I haven't gotten run over more than a fair share of times, but you get run over enough, you try to figure out how to make it work for you beforehand.